Emery Thury down low. Addie Johnston. Ball takes 2 shots. Arrow bullseye.
Good evening and welcome to the Watertown Civic Arena for tonight's matchup between the Aberdeen Central Golden Knights and your Watertown Arrows. Thank you for joining Arrow TV tonight, brought to you by Dakota Land Federal Credit Union. My name is Sam Mooney, and with me is Tyson Zemlicka.
I'm back.
He is back. No, folks, this is not Watertown Arrows football. Instead, this is Watertown Arrows girls basketball. We are filling in for the legendary Cam Corey as he is off doing important things for Lake Area Technical College. I know Cam is in a hotel room somewhere watching, so Cam, we appreciate the opportunity. We'll do our best to fill in for you. So Tyson, let's talk a little bit. And I'll just say in prep right away in advance, please bear with Tyson and I. We are not near as handsome nor as talented as Cam when it comes to these ladies playing basketball. We'll do our best, but we'll ask you for a little bit of grace and patience as we get through the game here. But here's what we know. The Arrows are coming into this game 2-5. Aberdeen is 7-1. What do you think tonight's game is going to bring us, Tyson?
You know, it's early in the season, so the records don't hold a lot of stake to me yet. I'm sure the coaches would tell you just come out getting a little bit better every week, playing a little bit cleaner. Turnover free, I know, is a big deal. Just getting closer to that is always a big step for these girls. So just looking for improvement tonight. Hopefully getting the win column if you're fortunate to do so.
So Aberdeen comes in with a 7-1 record. They're receiving votes. They're top 5. Looking at their schedule, you can see that they've kind of played this, I don't want to say a softer part of their schedule, but the heavy hitters of the state, they have yet to see them yet. So Watertown thinks that they have a good opportunity to match up here with them. The one area where Aberdeen is really going to try to get the ball in is going to be underneath. They've got number 44, Taryn Hermanson, is a 6-foot sophomore center. She starts backed up by a freshman, number 33, Lauren Burkhardt. She's coming off an ankle injury, and she's back tonight. 6'1" forward. Talking to Coach Rohde before the game, he told me that they're going to do everything they can to try to take away those bigs.
They got some good size there looking at this roster. I'm sure, I know even you mentioned it's maybe not the toughest part of their schedule they've went through yet, but to go through 8 games and be 7-1 in early January is a huge accomplishment. I'm sure those 2 posts play a big part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, you've got Arilee Waldo. She's the senior leadership, and she's going to be trying to get the ball underneath to those young ladies with Madison Miller. And let's talk a little bit about Katie Withers. So Katie Withers, number 23 for Aberdeen Central. She's listed as a 5'9" senior forward, but her dad is an absolute animal. He's a monster of a man. He's all of 6'5", 6'6". So if I'm excited to watch Katie Withers play basketball tonight, because if she's anything like her father, we are in for a treat.
I saw him when I walked in the building tonight, Sam, and I'd be surprised if we don't hear him the entire night, all the way across the arena. We can see him. Yeah. He stands like a sore thumb. He's wearing green for Aberdeen Central. But yes. I bet we hear him a large part of the night. He's a big, strong, powerful man, and we'll see if his daughter plays anything like he does.
Well, we see Katie's stats on the screen right now, averaging 13 points per game, shooting almost 50% and almost 60% from the free throw line. She's going to be an impact player. She's going to be tough for our Arrows to defend. So let's shift focus a little bit on the Arrows. Tell us what you know about these Arrows girls, and maybe highlight who you're excited to watch tonight.
Well, I'll say this, from what I picked up last year, obviously a strong season for the Arrows, coming back, losing a few girls. I'm sure only the 2 wins, a little disheartening right now, but like I told you in the pregame, at this point, it's just about getting better each and every game and each and every week. These girls have a lot of games ahead of them. They got a lot they can get better at, I understand. Hopefully that starts tonight. I'm curious to see what some of these girls look like that haven't seen play. I recognize that Falconer name, and I've heard some good things about Emery Thury. So yeah. I'm curious to see how they play as a team. again, the wins either they'll come or they won't, but just getting better, cutting on some of those turnovers, playing as a team is a step in the right direction.
One thing I really want to highlight before we get started into the national anthem and the starting five is, first of all, I'd really like to thank Michaela Archigo, and I'm sure I butchered that last name, and I'm so sorry. But she was incredibly fantastic before a game. She spent so much time with me. She answered all my silly questions. She gave us a lot of great information, a couple of days before the game. Very communicative, great job communicating. Just a 10 out of 10 person. I can't really thank her enough. Same goes to Coach Rohde. Coach Rohde spent a lot of time with me before the game. Gave me a lot of great information that we're going to touch on a lot of this stuff before the game. But shout out to the two coaches for opening their time up to us and giving us a lot of great stuff to talk about pre-game, during game, and post-game.
I can't remember how many years now Aberdeen Central's had a new coach, but when I was growing up, and I think even up until about 5 years ago, they had a female coach who is a legend at Aberdeen Central. I wish I could remember her name, but she was coach, I think, basketball for the Golden Eagles for 25 or so years. Had a history of a lot of state title appearances and stuff like that. So I didn't know if she was still coach. I didn't think she was, but I can see that she is not out there tonight. So I'm curious when she got out of coaching.
I don't know much about Michaela other than the time that I spent with her, the head coach of the varsity team. What I know about her is that she is incredibly nice. She seems very knowledgeable about the game. I would think that the Aberdeen community and the Aberdeen basketball program are very happy with her and are very fortunate and blessed to have her. And we can say the same thing about Coach Rohde. I mean, you know Chad a little bit, right?
Yeah, great guy. I've gotten to know him over the last few years. I knew he was coaching last year. I did not know he was back this year. So I'm excited to see what he's able to do now this year with a different group of girls, obviously, and just see kind of see where his coaching is taking him. Obviously, when you have a little bit more talent, you might get a few more wins. So that's when the coaching begins to get tougher and a little bit harder things are ahead for him.
So talking to Rohde about that, I mean, last year was the first time the Arrows girls team went to a state tournament in 14 years. Off of that team is Maddie Rohde. Off of this team is Jada Young, is Kendall Paulson. And so now I want to take advantage of this shot right here. So if we could stay on this shot just for a little bit. I was talking to Rohde and I asked him some questions about the game, and I asked him about his assistant coaches. Chad Rohde told me, and I quote, "I'm the luckiest coach in the state." And when I asked him why, he said it's because of these three girls right here. These three women, these three girls, all played high school basketball, all played college basketball, and are all committed to changing and getting the culture of the Watertown, not just Watertown girls basketball, but Watertown sports in general. So Chad really went out of his way to highlight these three individuals and talk about how blessed he is and how fortunate that he is and our community is to have those girls. And you played college sports. The fact that these young women that are playing tonight, these high school kids that are playing, they can look up to these three great ladies that we have on our staff who all played college basketball. And I mean, what better people to have as a mentor than them, right?
That's really the foundation, is when you have good, solid coaching, and a good coach knows how to delegate. Chad doesn't have to run every drill or micromanage every single thing that's going on. He has the trust in his coaching staff and their ability, and they've obviously done it at a high school and college level. They know exactly what they're talking about, and he's able to delegate more roles to them, which really just makes for a more well-rounded basketball team.
Yeah, so shout out to Mackenzie Buelow, Stacy Hendricks, and Ellie Stevenson. And I'm so proud of myself that I called her Stacy Hendricks and not Stacy Schooley. Shout out to class of '99. So yeah, just three phenomenal people that we're all fortunate that are on our staff. And Ellie, I remember watching her play softball in high school. She was a fantastic softball player.
It's funny you've mentioned those two, because Mackenzie Buelow, that name seems very familiar to me. I'm not sure if she went. I'm almost positive I saw her play high school basketball. She looks like she's about my age, so I probably did. I just can't remember the school. That'll probably come to me here in a little bit, or I'll pull up Facebook and remind myself.
Absolutely. Well, we are about 16 seconds away from the greatest song ever composed in the starting five. So we'll take a break. We'll go down to the court. We'll listen to the legendary Mr. Bellum himself announce some cheerleaders. We'll get our starting 5. We'll get the greatest game ever composed, and then we will be back for tip-off.
Watertown Civic Arena for an exciting night of EST basketball. Tonight we are pleased to welcome our guests, the players, coaches, and fans from Aberdeen Central. Tonight's officials are Chad Moskool, Scott Mack, and Jerry Beers. Positive treatment of these officials will be expected at all times. Failure to do so could result in removal from this event. Athletic training services and care of our athletes are provided by Prairie Lake Sports Medicine through certified athletic trainers Michelle Lighthizer and Jeff Hochschild. AeroCare, close to home. At this time, we ask that you remain standing for the national anthem. Please show proper respect to the flag by removing your hat and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans and active duty personnel not in uniform may salute the flag. The anthem will be played by the Watertown High School Band. The band is under the direction of Austin Fordham. First will be our Arrow cheerleaders. Natalie Benson, Annabelle Brendan, Kendra Buells, Shannon Hoffman, Lauren Keller, Mackenzie Lewis, Kaylin Nordquist, Cameron Nordquist, Alexis Olson, and Adrian Schultz. Arrow cheerleading advisor is Mallory Hoffman. And now your starting lineups. First for the visiting Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. Number 11 of 5'5", senior guard Airlee Warhol. Number 20 is a 5'7", senior guard Madison Miller. Number 23, a 5'9", senior forward, Katie Withers. Number 33 is a 6'1", freshman forward, Lauren Burkhardt. And number 44, a 6-foot sophomore center, Taryn Hermanson. Assistant coaches, Tevin Newman, Mia Bergen, Madison Norris, and Maya Soul. Head coach of the Golden Eagles, Michaela Archigo. senior guard Miranda Feltner. Number 24, 5'8", senior guard Jay Lund. And number 34, 5'10", senior forward Avery Bunker. Assistant coaches Mackenzie Bulow, Stacey Hendricks, and Ellie Stevenson. Head coach of the Arrows, Chad Roby.
All right. So legendary Mark Bellum just kicked us off for the night. You know, I was thinking, Tyson, when we were listening to the starting five, like I know a majority of the parents from there. Like, could you get a better group of parents than that?
I even recognize a few. I'm not exactly from Watertown like you, so is the Lund, what's her dad's name?
Dan.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So, and then Munger's right in front of us. Johnston's right in front of us. Falconer's right in front of us. So, geez, just a solid group of people as we tip off here, and Aberdeen's going to control the tip. Aberdeen in black and, of course, Watertown in white. And that's exactly what we talked about right away at the pregame, is that...
Get in the post early.
Yeah, they're going to get into the post early, but the Arrows do a good job of defending that. Addie's going to bring it down. You know, one thing that we'll talk about throughout the game is Arrows have been a little turnover prone this year. And I talked to Coach Rohde about that, and I asked him, you know, what are you doing to try to fix that? And he said in practice they're just really slowing things down, and he's trying to keep the girls calm. And we get through the first possession here without a turnover. Did a good job of protecting the ball, and then Falconer gets to the line for two.
To compliment what you just said, just slowing it down. They run their offense. They just pass it around, and then Falconer gets a drive to the basket. She takes it, and it's exactly what you just mentioned with taking it slow and passing the ball around.
So Miranda misses the first free throw. It appears that she's wrong-handed, Tyson.
Yeah, I was hoping I was looking at it backwards, but I don't think I am.
No, she is definitely wrong-handed. So she misses both free throws, so Arrows still looking to get on the board here.
Start with a press.
Yeah, Arrows are going to be, and that's one thing that I talked to Michaela Archigo about. She said that one thing that really stood out to her on film is how aggressive the Arrows girls are defensively.
Coming out in the zone here to start.
Yeah, so I think what we'll see defensively from the girls is we'll see a full court press, and then once they get past that 10-second line, then they'll kind of go into their zone. And then again, that's two possessions from Aberdeen, down deep twice.
Yeah, it's kind of what you're hoping that zone kind of takes away. That all that was post moves, but 1 for 2 so far.
So Arrows will retain possession here. Still 20 seconds left on the shot clock, plenty of time. Addie, our point guard, is going to get the ball in, which she does pretty easy, and Emery is going to attack. Give off to Falconer, back to Emery, out to Addie. Talked to Addie's mom today, Carrie. She was excited about the game, and felt like Addie and the rest of the girls were ready tonight.
Yeah, come on that press. Usually gets the juices flowing a little bit if you can get a swipe and a steal here quick. But so far, it's a tough one to give up. Good shot though.
Yeah, we see Withers going on the perimeter. I did talk to Rohde about that, and he said that if they need to make some adjustments and force the Aberdeen girls to shoot outside, that they definitely would do that. And if you're going to get shots like that from Katie Withers, then maybe you might have to rethink that a little bit.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, when you're packed down in that zone, you try to keep that post play out, and they hit some deep threes like that. If they do that, it just ends up being a tough night for the Arrows.
Yeah, I think, and then there again, trying to get the ball down to Katie. We'll see if Emery can attack here. She passes off to Lund, and they're going to try to reset, and then there's one of those turnovers that we talked about.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, like I said, they have time right there. You know, just stay confident, get that ball in the triple threat position, and pass it off, but puts it off her teammate's shin and rolls out of bounds.
Good news is that they're going to get another possession.
They'll get a few more.
Yeah. So Aberdeen's doing a good job here of being patient and not trying to force anything as they cross over.
Coming out man now, and then they go right to the post. That's, like you said, that's the tough part. When they start hitting those threes and you get man, then they put it over the top of you and kiss it off the glass.
Yeah, number 44 for Aberdeen Central, that's Taryn Hermanson. She's a sophomore, listed as 6 foot. Talking to Coach Archigo, she did say that she was going to be a big part of their game, and we're seeing that here.
Yeah, they got another favorable matchup down there in the post. She had her post up on the backside, but didn't quite get it down to her.
Yeah, one matchup that I'm excited to see is Lauren Burkhart versus Emery Thury. Lauren is a 6'1" freshman. And she's just coming back from an ankle injury. You can see her. Maybe she might have a little bit of a hitch in her giddy up right now, but her and Emery Thury, we should see some pretty good battles from them.
Gosh, she's a freshman and she's only 6'1". You think she's ever going to grow?
Well, they must be feeding and drinking well in Aberdeen.
Good sign for the Golden Eagles there for the next 4 years.
Right. I mean, you've got Lauren Burkhart as your 6'1" freshman, and then you got Taryn Hermanson as your 6 foot sophomore. So Eagles should be in good shape for a long time. I wish I could say the same about my football team, Eagles, but sadly.
We can talk about them as much as you want to. I'm all here for that.
Well, let's just stick to the main event, which is the basketball game. So Arrows are still waiting to get on the board here with about 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Aberdeen's shooting at a pretty high percentage right now. I don't feel like they're missing a whole lot.
No, they are taking good shots too.
Great hustle there by Emery to force a turnover and then come up with a foul. And again, I mean, we've been talking about this a lot with the girls basketball and the boys basketball. Fouls are different this year. You get 5 fouls, and then after 5 fouls a quarter, and then team fouls, and then after that 5th foul, then you're going to the line.
You've probably been asked this, but what in your opinion you think is the reason for that, Sam? For the rule change?
I don't know if it's a pace of the game, if it's to speed it up.
Travel.
You and I watch a lot of B basketball,
right?
In a surrounding area, and I feel like it sped the game up.
Yeah, I've liked it. I guess I've adapted to it well. What I do like is when there's, 5, 6, 7 fouls heading into the second or the fourth quarter. You don't have to worry about shooting fouls the whole second, fourth quarter.
Yeah, no more 1-and-1 as Aberdeen puts up puts up a basket and goes to the line for an traditional 3-point play. That's Kennedy Withers.
A couple of them.
Yeah. Yep. Kennedy is the youngest daughter, I believe.
What grade is she in?
John. She's a sophomore. So she's going to get heavy minutes tonight as well. So Miranda brings up. She comes off the back of the iron and just misses.
Arrows have taken some good shots. It's just not falling yet.
That is one thing that I have noticed with the girls is that they don't force a lot of shots. The shots that they take, there's separation there. And sometimes they fall and sometimes they don't.
And Miranda's been the most aggressive one, so by far. Need some free throws to drop here, but she's been attacking the hoop and drawing some contact. Just gonna have to finish a couple of these.
Yeah, and
there it is.
Banks home the first one and gets the Arrows off the schneid. But you'll see Miranda as the night progresses. I mean, she's gonna go to the line, a few more times, and she's a good shooter. And she had a brother that was also a good shooter. Miranda takes on both of them. So 50% from the line tonight, 2 of 4.
Gets a quick break.
Yep. Her reward is to get some water and go sit down with her friends for a little bit.
That is the tough part. Do you miss that second one on purpose so you can stay in the game, or do you add to that point total?
Well, I'm sure if Coach Rhodey knew that she was missing the second one on purpose, she wouldn't get an opportunity for a third one.
Right.
So Arrow's doing a good job of trapping there. We talked about the future of Aberdeen quite a bit by checking in for the Arrows is number 12, and that's Jordan Remmers, and she's a freshman.
Gosh, there's been a lot of subs in this game so far.
Yeah, a lot of moving pieces.
Deep bench for each team here.
So I talked to Coach Arachigo, Coach Michaela.
Okay, let's go with that.
We'll go with Coach Michaela. I visited with her a lot. She said they're about 9 or 11 deep. And Rhodey maybe all of 14 deep.
Yeah, Watertown's got. I think they've brought in they all got their jerseys off. Aberdeen Central's practice, girls have their practice jerseys off, so they've at least brought 4 in. I don't know if Watertown's brought 3 or 4 in now.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see from Watertown. You know, right now we're seeing Remmers, the freshmen. We'll see the Hendricks twins, they're juniors. We've seen Madison Grimsrud already. She's a junior. We'll see Kinsey Russell come off the bench. She's a 5'6" sophomore guard. Who else will we see? We'll see Neely Johnson. So, yeah, I mean, Arrows are pretty deep themselves.
Speaking of good parents, Jordan Remmer's mom, I would call her Mrs. Remmers, but her name is Teresa.
Yes.
Great person. She was a teacher of mine for 5th and 6th grade.
Yeah, and her husband is Rich Remmers.
Not to be outdone.
Not to be outdone, but her uncle is right behind us, and if anybody knows anything about the Remmers guys, they're just 2 of the most handsome, nicest people you'll ever meet, even if Rich is a 49ers.
Yeah, I'd say Rich outkicked his coverage.
Yeah.
I tell people Miss Remmers was my teacher for 2 years, and they asked why I got held back the first one, but 5th and 6th grade, I got to make sure I say.
Yeah, Teresa.
She didn't want to deal with me any longer than she had to. She made sure me and my twin brother got in and got out.
Yeah, she is really good people. The Remmers in general are good people. And, you know, Jordan's doing a good job of getting some good minutes for the Arrows. And then there we just see her gobble up a rebound. Lund can shoot from that all day. There's a green bean, the first one of the night for Jade Lund.
Now we get that press going, you get a steal, and get kind of some momentum here in your favor.
Good opportunity. I think Addie just missed that one.
They're sticking with that zone defense now. Here comes that post play. Yeah, you can't let that ball get in the middle of the paint there when you got that zone in. That middle player in the zone's got to stay glued to her a little bit more.
So going to the line for Aberdeen is going to be Taryn Hermanson. So a fun fact about Taryn, if she won $10 million tomorrow, she said that she would give some of it to her family. She would save the rest for college. So she's going to a very expensive college. And then she's going to buy some shoes.
I think her and I are related, Sam.
Really?
Well, if she's giving money to family, I am, yeah.
That turns out she's a long-lost relative of mine as well.
Well, how about that?
Yeah, that's odd. So Aberdeen doing a good job of forcing the turnover, getting the ball back, and they're being pretty patient as they throw across the court. And
as you say that,
speaking of turnovers,
announcer jinx.
I was just going to say I'm so sorry to the Aberdeen fans. Announcer jinx. Speaking of Aberdeen fans, if you're watching us in Aberdeen or if you're still making your way up from Frisco, Texas, if you're watching, drop us a note in the chat. Tell us where you're watching, who you're supporting, and we'll make sure to have Tyson give you a shout out on live on Arrow TV, brought to you by Dakota Land Federal Credit Union. So checking back in, Remmers goes to the corner and she just misses. Resetting the court for the Arrows, number 20, Neely Johnson comes in. Addie's on the court. Jade Lund is on the court. And then right in the middle there, there's number 34. That's Avery Mundy.
That's better defense on that post, not letting that ball get entered in so easily. Now when they're catching it, they're on the wing. Got to settle for a long 3 and just got to box out now.
Good rebound.
There.
Boy, doing a really nice job for Aberdeen. You gonna get a jump ball there?
Yep,
Or you gonna get a foul?
Jump ball.
Jump ball. Nice defense by Avery Mundy.
Kind of saved it from, as a whole group, not boxing out well enough. Was able to get her hands on and get that jump ball back in the Arrows' favor. You're gonna have to box out. You're not gonna be able to just jump up there and get it.
Yeah, especially with
the good post play.
With as talented as Aberdeen is in the post, for sure. Shout out to Avery's dad, Scott. Good guy. And speaking of Avery, she's gonna take it underneath and dish it off to Addie, who tries the 3. Maybe got away with the foul there.
Yeah. Coach certainly thinks so.
Yeah. Coach is definitely asking for it, politely, of course.
Right.
So if you're Aberdeen here, you still trying to pound it underneath, down low?
Yeah. There's the 2.
They're kind of playing,
that'll help.
They're kind of playing. Aberdeen's playing an inside-outside game.
Yeah, they're
starting everything inside and then kicking it outside, looking for those open 3s.
Wait to see what Watertown comes out in every time between that man and that zone, and And those first couple, that first three really fell fast, and they've missed a couple now, but they're going to keep trying to punt it in the post if they can.
Yeah, and it looks like that is exactly what Aberdeen is doing as they take a wide open three that hits the back of the iron, and it's another offensive rebound from Aberdeen. That one missed just about everything, and then Watertown almost
10 seconds here. Oops. Yeah, you talk about being patient.
Yeah, I know, you took the words right out of my mouth.
You do have time, you know.
Yeah. Well,
That's got to be
like
wide open to throw it across the court.
That internal clock gets in your head, you know, and we all did it in the driveway growing up, you know, 3, 2, 1, and
it doesn't go as fast as you think when there's 10 seconds.
Exactly. 10 seconds doesn't seem like a long time, but it's an eternity in basketball.
Right. She's only a step behind half court or two, and you have time. Gives Aberdeen Central one more chance here.
Yep.
There you go.
And now she's going to turn it over, so no shot at the end of the buzzer there. So the Arrows are chasing 5 at the end of the first quarter. Aberdeen Central, Golden Eagles 11, your Watertown Arrows 6. We're going to step aside real quick for a 30-second commercial brought to you by
Dakota Land Federal Credit Union.
Talking about Dakota Land Federal Credit Union. Dakota Land's got a brand new building in Aberdeen. So if anybody's watching us from Aberdeen, go check it out. Right on the main street there, right?
Yeah, we have to go see it. It was something.
It's beautiful.
They spared no expense at all on that one.
Yeah, and speaking of sparing no expense, check out Taryn Hermanson from Aberdeen, 16 points a game. We mentioned Katie Withers, 13 points a game. Miranda Falconer and Emery Thuria, just over 7, just over 9. Those are your impact players. Those are the ones that their names that we're going to be calling quite a bit tonight.
Have 2 players, Aberdeen Central, averaging more than 13 points a game. That's impressive.
Yeah, and we talked about Taryn. I mean, she's only a sophomore.
Yeah, they're going to be solid here for the next couple of years for sure.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see how they compete with some of the bigger Sioux Falls schools and the Mitchells of the world.
You play who's on your schedule, right, Sam?
Yeah, that's a fact.
That is true. Something we've talked about before. We won't get into it right now on the broadcast.
No, this is high school basketball, certainly not the NFL. Nobody likes the NFL, Tyson.
Not right now, you don't.
Miranda does a good job of corralling that one and keeping it from going out of bounds. And I wonder, can you pull up stats over there? Maybe we can check out.
They disappeared.
They disappear on us? All right. Not sure how many. I think the Arrows have done a good job of. They're definitely not pacing on their season average for turnovers, so that's good.
I'm not much of a MacBook guy, Sam. I think this computer's all over my head.
You should just be able to talk to it. Just tell it to pull up stats.
Well, there's a shortcut right there on the homepage I didn't see. There's a turnover for Aberdeen Central.
Austin comes in and saves the day for us, so we can. You got turnovers there?
Yeah. The clock's a little wrong, but the score's right.
How many turnovers the Arrows got?
5.
5.
6 for Aberdeen Central, though.
Okay, so they're hanging in there. We forget to throw the ball in?
I missed it now. Was it a 5-second call? Or?
Yeah, it was a 5-second call.
Well, I'll say this. The Arrows started off down 7-0. They've battled back in this. I know it's only a 2-point difference. We're down 5, but 7-0 early. It didn't look great. And Watertown's been. Oh, that's a travel. That's a travel.
Yep, there it is. You know what? Arrows are only down 5. They're not playing terrible.
No, that first couple minutes, it got away from them quick when they're down 7-0. But since then they've
they settled in nicely.
+2.
Yeah, they settled in nicely. Falconer does a good job of breaking that press.
She got it.
Lost control of it. And again, like this goes back to what we're talking about. And we're seeing it from Aberdeen, just like slow down.
Right. Been quite a few jump balls here. It's just get your hands on it and get it away from the other girl. Yeah, I've had a few tie-ups here lately.
Yep, slow down. And the Arrows are right in this, and in order for them to stay with Aberdeen Central, who's 7-1, who's 4th in the standings, and receiving votes, I mean, they can stay with them. I love Addie's aggressiveness there, you know, getting after it and trying to force a turnover and make something happen.
Especially on the press. I mean, that's what you're asking them to do, is get up there and compete and be physical with them. Caught her on the wrist a little bit, but that was a good aggressive play.
Yeah, Watertown's got to be careful. 2 fouls with just a minute left, or just a minute gone. You got to be careful not to pick up that.
Yeah, you got to get used to that.
Yep.
There you go.
And then there's a double dribble.
That press versus its first turnover.
Yeah, and we talked about that with Coach Michaela before the game. I mean, she talked about how impressed she was with the Arrows defense, and we're seeing it now. I mean, I don't know how many turnovers Aberdeen is averaging on the season, but I gotta believe that they're at 7-1 and 4th in the state. You know, they're not averaging as many as they have right now.
They don't usually have 8 in the first 10 minutes of a game.
Right, exactly.
Addie Johnson was not too happy getting her second foul going to the bench there. She might be on that bench the rest of the quarter, just depending on how Coach Rody feels about her getting number 3 before the half.
Yeah, 3 at the. I mean, you only get 5 as Emery 3 bangs one in to make it a 3-point game, a one-shot.
Go right back to the post. Gosh, the Arrows will do a better job boxing her out the rest of the night, or they will be in for a long night.
Yeah, how many offensive rebounds does Aberdeen have?
Oofta. They had 4 on 1 possession, so
yeah.
It says a total of 14. I just don't know what the breakdown is.
14 rebounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't know how many are offensive and
defensive. And how many do we have?
8.
Okay, so I mean we're there, we're close.
Yeah.
I mean,
6 differential and 10 minutes in is quite a differential.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I wonder if there's a way that we can figure out offensive rebounds versus defensive rebounds. I'm sure Coach Rody's not going to be super happy with the offensive rebound. No coach would be.
Right.
I mean, any coach would ask for 0 offensive rebounds from the opponent in a
There you
game.
go.
That one misses all of it.
Yeah, those second chance points really come back to haunt you in the grand scheme of things here, but Arrows defense has definitely picked up since those first 2 or 3 minutes. Falconer's going to be aggressive again and drive.
Yeah, there she gets caught on the shoulder from behind. Oh, here we go. We got defensive rebounds. Offensive rebounds for the Eagles is 5 and for the Arrows is 1. So getting out rebounded on the offensive side of the board, 4-1. So Falconer is going to go to the line for free throw attempt number 5. This one, she shoots wrong-handed again.
Keeps doing it.
But it seems to be working.
She's made her last 3.
She's made 3 in a row.
3 of 5.
Yep. So 5'7" senior guard.
Yeah, she's been the most consistent so far, just continuing to drive to the post, being patient, not trying to do too much. I know she tripped and fell last time. She kind of got tripped up, but playing within herself for sure. And they're going to get a turnover here.
That's going to be our ball, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you bet. Hey, and shout out to Miranda Falconer, 4 for 6 from the line.
4 in a row.
4 in a row, 40% of the Arrows points, and then
those first 2 were in those first 2 or 3 minutes. Watertown just didn't quite come out quite sharp enough, and they've definitely picked it up since.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Coach Rody, I think you're pretty happy with how things are going. Plus, on top of that, like, we really haven't gotten Emery going.
Right.
You know, once she gets going, and you know that she's not going to get shut out for long.
There you go. Good hustle. That's right there, and that is as good as an offensive rebound. Everybody collapses in to get the loose ball. You kick it out. Got to capitalize on that one, but that was a good play.
And that's exactly who we want out there shooting baskets too. I mean, Lund can shoot. She can shoot the lights out of this place.
Watertown's ball, absolutely.
Watertown ball. We'll see if we can take advantage of this and get a lead change here. As for the Arrows, number 20 Neely Johnson checks back in. Lund's going to go off and get a break, and so is number 44 Taryn Hermanson for Aberdeen.
You know what? You mentioned at the start of the broadcast. You and I watch a fair amount of B basketball.
Yeah.
You don't see this much rotating in girls basketball. I know for a couple years there, Castlewood girls, they don't like to rotate at all in their games, which is totally fine. I haven't looked at the scores table yet and not seen a girl sitting down ready to come in for both sides.
You know, I'll be honest with you here, Tyson. I'll tell you what I like is number 10 for Aberdeen Central, and that is Taylor Lake. She's got black socks on, black shoes, 90s style, Fab 5 from Michigan.
You know, my grandpa always told me you don't wear black shoes and black socks. It's easier for a ref to see you travel. And when you dribble like me, Sam, you can't afford certain things like that.
I'm telling you, that's a classic look. And a fun fact about number 10, Taylor Lake, is if she could have lunch with any historical figure, she would like to have lunch with Rosa Parks. She's someone who fought for inequality and still feels like she's affecting her world today. She wants to stand by her side and fight for what is right, just like she did.
That's a good, well thought out answer.
Right?
For asking these questions on the bus right here.
Yeah, you know, and she wants to major in elementary education next year at NSU. And I'll tell you what, man, like looking through
It's a good school.
These Aberdeen gals, there's a lot of teachers and doctors and nurses in there, so they're off doing God's work. So shout out to them.
And the Arrows are fortunate to keep that ball in their possession here, but let's see if they can take the lead.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could get a lead change here. Addie is in with 3 fouls. 2 fouls.
Yep.
So, and like I said, I mean, we haven't gotten Emery going quite yet.
Traveled.
Ooh. Get a foul underneath.
I did not see that one, but bailed out with 3 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Yeah, that's every coach's dream right there.
Hunter Waitee over there running that shot clock. Give a little shout out to my cousin Hunter. I don't know if he's running the shot clock or the score clock. I think it's the shot clock.
Whatever he's doing, there's better than a good chance he's doing it really well.
Yeah, he hasn't made any mistakes, so definitely that is correct.
You know, by now I would have made at least 3 mistakes.
Ooh, backdoor cut.
Yeah, just see, and like on that pass, you got to put some zip on that ball.
Right.
Like, I mean, it's really got to be.
Can't force it.
Yeah, it's a tight window, and if you are going to force it as another turnover.
That's number 11 for Aberdeen Central.
It's like we're watching a Philadelphia Eagles game with one of these turnovers.
God, I love watching those turnovers, but.
Good gravy. So 11-10, 3 minutes and 51 seconds left. Low-scoring game.
But I said it's a credit to the Arrows defense. They've given up 4 points in, I'd say 9-10 minutes of game time.
Yeah, I was going to say about at least 10 minutes. Yeah, I mean the Arrows defense may have got away with one.
Just about. I think she's okay.
Yeah, well, we'll take it. Malia Krantz gets on the board. She's a 5'10" sophomore.
Got it.
And that is a lead change, Tyson.
Yeah. Emery 3 was just about a half a step late there on closing off that press and maybe taking charge. That's a foul. Yeah, Aberdeen Central falls behind. They go to their.
They go to the well. Yeah, they go to the well, and you can see here the replay brought to you by Dakota Land Federal Credit Union how the Arrows do a good job of moving the ball around and a great shot there by Malia Krantz.
We'll see here if Taryn's able to put Aberdeen Central back ahead.
The old conventional 3. Actually, she's got 2 shots.
Something tells me she is a good free throw shooter. I feel like she gets hacked and fouled enough down there. She's got to be good from the charity strike.
You know, there was a guy that played in the NBA. I think his name was Shaquille O'Neal. He got hacked and beat up quite a bit down there, and it turns out he wasn't super great.
If you can shatter a backboard when you dunk it, it just doesn't matter anymore.
I suppose that's probably fair. You know, you revolutionized the game. What do we got going on?
I think they're looking at our camera.
They're looking at. Is this something that you did before the game?
We better talk to Mr. Remmers here.
No, I don't think Remmers would do anything like that. I'm pretty confident it's something that you did. What did you do?
If they throw me out, I guess I'm gonna see if there's any root beer float to the concession stand and go home early.
Well, we have a referee stoppage here, and they're looking at something on the back.
They're looking at that shot clock. We don't have a camera on that one, right? I thought it was just on the other end.
Yeah, so we've got a mic over there.
Is it hanging?
But we don't have a camera. So I'm not 100% sure what they're doing, but Boyens is bringing over the ladder. And I'll pay just about anything to see Boyens get up there and take a look at whatever it is they're grabbing. But so I don't know if something fell off the back of the backboard there or what they're doing. Maybe they're adjusting our microphone. I don't know. You are smarter and better looking than I am. What do you think?
Well, I thought right away it was the camera, but there's not one on there. So
yeah, there's no camera over
I wonder if it is our mic.
Is it our microphone? So I just got word from ESPN that it is our microphone that dropped there. So
they haven't pointed up here yet and embarrassed us. So we'll just hopefully nobody in the stands knows it's us.
Well, if they don't, I mean, once they watch back the broadcast, they're gonna find out. Now, looks like you're doing some maintenance work as part of the backboard is off.
I wonder if they had to pull that off just
to squeeze the mic back there.
Well, Rich, it was great having you a part of the team for the last year. Looks like you'll be moving on to bigger and better things. But it was great to have you for the time being.
Well, that gives us an opportunity to pick one player on the Aberdeen team. One player, any player.
Let's go with who do I want to learn something about? Let's go senior Taylor Like, number 10.
Number 10. All right. So if she had $1 million, she would spend it on her tuition and college expenses. I'm telling you what, these girls are going to the most expensive colleges.
Well, I said she's going to have some left over, I hope.
I mean, that is one heck of an education. And then so she says she'll spend it on her tuition and college expenses for the next 4 years. Plus, as she goes to school, she'll get a degree. All right, who else?
I wonder if she's just going to go to school for like a decade or two or what?
She might be going to school for like Millionaires 101, I don't know.
Who else? Should we do one more?
Yeah,
we got a second or not?
More.
Let's do the other senior, Mrs. Waldo, Ms. Waldo.
Okay. What's
Arlie? Number 11, Arlie Waldo.
Arlie. Okay, looks like we got our problem fixed now. So let's go Arlie Waldo. Her favorite subject in school to study. Why? It's math because it's easy.
Hey, numbers are easy for you.
You know what?
Makes life a whole lot easier.
Congratulations to that young lady. As we resume basketball play here.
Taryn knocks down another free throw.
So Aberdeen retakes the lead. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. 13-12 Aberdeen.
This is going to be like that.
Missed Kranz there as she was streaking to the basket. I feel like had an opportunity for an easy bucket, but just missed her. Aberdeen going back underneath. Great defense there by Emery Thury to get her paw up there to knock it away.
I was concerned if it's like that Cowboys-Giants game where the black cat ran across the field and everything just fell apart for the Arrows, because after that's happened, it wasn't a great 30 seconds after, so hopefully it's just a bad start there. But
hopefully we can get Emery on the board here. She makes a great pass across court and finds a wide open number 30 for the Arrows, and that's Andy Olson. She also is a freshman. The Arrows going a little young here.
It's a young, deep bench. Like you said, they go back to the well with Taryn Hermanson. She's going to be shooting a ton of free throws. I thought they called that one on the ground. They did. They did.
Yeah. Yep. So that's 4 team fouls on the Arrows and 3 on the Eagles. We'll take this opportunity to welcome in Tyler Brinka.
Who just walked in?
Who sends us a text message and wishes us well as we broadcast here tonight. Nice guy, Brinka, as the Aberdeen goes underneath again.
I'm surprised he's not sleeping. He probably reffed all weekend at his cousin's Heiser basketball tournament.
Out there doing God's work, volunteering his time.
Volunteering and reffing.
Yep.
A thankless job for sure.
You know that he donated that money back to the program because that's the type of kid he is.
Absolutely he did.
Yeah, for sure. And if he didn't, Heiser, if you're listening, demand it.
Send a Venmo request to Brinka.
Great cut to the basket there by Emery as Emery gets on the board. That's her first 2, is it not?
Yeah, it is.
She's got 4 points now.
Might have missed the other
as we get another turnover here. And turning the ball over there for Aberdeen is 23, and that's Katie Withers.
Yeah, it's just, I think I'm just so caught off guard with the max substitutions. I mean, just relentless.
Yeah, there's...
it ain't like 3-4 people at a time. It's just consistently one after another.
Line change.
Fresh legs, yeah.
Line change. So 14-15 Arrows, just under 90 seconds remaining in the first half. See if the Arrows can go into the locker room with a lead. Emery tried to force one up there at the top of the key, just kind of got stuck too far underneath and turned it over.
Can't leave your feet unless you know who it's going to.
Looks like a little bit of a double team is starting to happen on Taryn Hermanson.
Yeah, you have to keep her up the top of the wing there. Ooh, and they're going to be shooting. That's 5.
Saw a good sportsmanship on the Arrows there as number 54, Leah Kranz, helps up Katie Withers. Withers is going to go to the line. What do you feel about the yellow shoes?
You know, Aberdeen Central to me has always been blue and gold.
Sure.
So the black jerseys throw me off a touch.
Yeah, but at least the numbers have the yellow outline on them, so an old guy like me can see them a little better.
That does help.
You know, I might need the binoculars at some point here in the near future.
Get a little more pull, you get us down on the court or something maybe, then we won't have as hard to see.
That's fair.
But
That's fair.
I do like the view from up here. It's easy to see everything.
Yeah, it's nice.
Unlike the football game, it's definitely warm out.
I do like to see Emery, yeah, that's a fact. I like to see Emery attacking a little bit more like she has the last couple of possessions here. Emery, is very talented. She's a multi-sport athlete, a phenomenal volleyball player. She's obviously a fantastic basketball player. She also does track, and you know, she is also a great softball player in her own right as well. So, and
just an athletic young woman.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. And she'll be playing. I mean, she's only a junior this year, but she'll be doing college sports for sure. And I think she could really have her choice between volleyball and basketball. Shout out to Emery's dad, Monty, who's a 10 out of 10 person as well. And
just a junior, so you know, plenty of time to decide, plenty more time to grow.
Yeah, and develop as Miranda gets a
one shot here. Let's see
here.
if Falcon has been aggressive driving though. But we got to take one shot here if we can. Kick it out, take it out. You got time.
Lund shoots a 3 from the top of the key.
I don't know if they're just kind of. You can live with that shot.
Yeah, take that.
Little deep.
So at the end of the first half, your Watertown Arrows 14, the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles come in with 16. We're going to step away for a few minutes, and we'll go take a break here. Brought to you by Dakota Land Federal Credit Union.
To Sharp Automotive Group, where we're here to help you find the best deal in town. We have the largest truck inventory in Northeast South Dakota and the best selection of cars and SUVs too. You'll get the best price the first time and the best selection. So stop in today at Sharp Automotive Group.
Hi, I'm JD Young, and I played for the Arrows from 2019 to 2023. I don't really have a specific favorite memory, but I'd have to say it would go from all the bus rides to making it to the state tournament, to all the relationships I created throughout my years, and building the culture. Arrow basketball is truly one of a kind. You're watching Arrow TV. Go Arrows!
I'm Jordan Remmers, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Grace Corey. I'm a junior. Jordan, would you rather have a unibrow or no eyebrows at all?
I'd rather have no eyebrows. Would you rather live in a mountain cabin with few people around, or a mansion full of people?
A cabin with no people around. Movies, rom-coms or horror flicks?
Rom-coms. Are you a Swiftie or not?
Probably not. Cats or dogs?
Dogs. On a trip, do you have to plan everything or just wing it?
Plan everything. You have to give one up for a week, your phone or showering?
My phone. Who's your celebrity crush?
Zac Efron. A night out, a fancy restaurant, or pizza and a movie at home?
Pizza and a movie at home. How do you feel about clowns?
I don't like them.
Hi, I'm Tara Heiser King, and I played basketball for the Arrows from 2005 to 2009. Winning the state basketball championships in 2007 and 2009 are some of my greatest memories of being an Arrow. You are watching Arrow TV. Go Arrows!
Hi, I'm Andy Olson. I'm a freshman.
Hi, I'm Emery Thury. I'm a junior. Would you rather live without? Would you rather be the funniest or smartest person in the room?
The funniest person.
Oh, of course.
Would you rather have the ability to be invisible or to read people's minds?
Read people's minds? Yeah, I want to know what they're saying about me. What's better, summer or winter?
Summer, obviously.
Okay, done.
Your childhood dream job? What was it?
Oh, I wanted to be a police officer. Better vacation, doing all the activities or lounging on the beach?
Definitely lounging on the beach.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Oh. Gosh, I gotta think about this. Dude, I don't know. Give me one. Who's that really tall guy from, Kissing Booth? Jacob Elordi, I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay, if you have to give up one for a week, are you giving up your phone or showering?
Oh, my phone.
Oh yeah, showering's kind of gross.
Yeah. What's the best animal sound you can make?
Animal what?
Animal sound.
Oh, I can make a pretty good bark, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, ready?
Yeah, true.
Do I make it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Annie Cummings and I played for the Arrows from 2015 to 2019. My favorite memory was when Mateo Walder hit a near full court shot. You're watching Arrow TV.
I'm Miranda Faulkner, I'm a senior.
I'm Addie Johnston, I'm a senior. Would you rather experience the world beginning or ending?
Beginning.
Okay.
Would you rather have a unibrow or no eyebrows at all?
No eyebrows at all. Are you a Swiftie?
I am a mega Swiftie. Movies, rom-com or horror flick?
Rom-com. Who's your celebrity crush?
Paul Walker. You have to give up one for a week, your phone or showering?
My phone. What's the best animal noise you can make?
Meow. Be honest, are some babies just kind of ugly?
Yeah. What's your guilty pleasure?
Oh gosh. I kind of like biting my fingernails. You're a pro wrestler. What's your walk-up song?
Oh no. All of the Lights by Kanye West.
Good.
All right, and just like that, we are back, and it appears that the great crew of the Watertown Civic Arena is taking a look at that basket, fixing the mic and whatnot.
They got the tape pulled off there, I see now, so it all looks like it's, well, looks like it's kind of fixed. Like I said, the tape's off, the ladder's still there, so maybe they're still working on a piece of it down there. But watching some kids shoot some threes, trying to snag a pop, one to go. There's the lucky winner of it.
Boom. So, speaking of lucky winner, there's 4 minutes left until we start the third quarter. The Arrows are trailing two, chasing 2 points is all, 16-14. I think if I said to Coach Rohde before the game, at halftime you're going to be down by 2 points, I think he'd be okay with that.
Yeah, especially if you'd would have asked him 2 or 3 minutes in, he'd be ecstatic, because this game did not look like it was going to go at all in the Arrows' favor to begin with. And cracked down on the defense, settled in here a little bit, been playing a lot better, been forcing a lot of turnovers. I can see now Aberdeen Central with 13 turnovers to Watertown's 9. That's definitely under Watertown's pace.
For sure.
And I would assume it's a little bit higher over Aberdeen Central's for a team that really, doesn't run fast and jack a lot of shots. They're slow, they're methodical, they bang it in the post. I would assume 13 turnovers might be more than they have in some games, and that's what the Arrows have forced here at halftime.
Yeah, great job defensively by the Arrows. I mean, you give up 16 points to a 7-1 team. I like I said, I think Coach Rohde would be very happy with that. And especially considering, looking at Aberdeen's season total, they scored 49, 54, 54, 59, 57, 49, 39 in a loss, and 45. So this team scores.
On pace for their lowest output of the year.
Yeah, I mean, they score in bunches. And the Arrow defense has done just a phenomenal job of defending.
Yeah, I think Chad mixing it up kind of from that man-to-zone look, trying to surprise Aberdeen Central a little bit. I know when they went into man, it's been tough. I know when they were in zone and they weren't really ready for Taryn, she's flashed in front of him and she's been able to kiss him off the glass, and then she's able to draw some contact and make her free throws. As long as they can stay committed to her, the 1 or 2 3-pointers you may give up, to me, are worth it. You're going to have to stay stuck down in that zone or have a lot of help side defense if you're going to stick in that man. But right now, Aberdeen Central's not shooting well enough for me to get out of that zone, I guess.
Shout out to Sonia Mack, who says watching from Brookings, WHS alum, with her daughter Brindley Mack. So Sonia and Brindley, we appreciate you watching, and enjoy Brookings. Fine community there.
I wonder if she's related to Scott Mack. He's reffing here for us tonight. Doing a good job so far. Very, I haven't really heard anybody yell yet, so I guess the refs are doing a good job so far.
In my opinion, the refs do a 10 out of 10 job every time. That's really a selfless job.
It is.
You got some refereeing under your belt, don't you?
I got to do it on Saturday as well.
Yeah.
I did it at 8, 9 in the morning before everybody had all their coffee in them and was really all fired up. So any calls that I did make that were wrong, I wasn't able to get yelled at for it. I think it was a pretty smooth job.
I feel like in that situation, if you did make a call that somebody didn't like, you could walk up to them and go, Taylor's Emlick.
Yeah, I could just tell them I'm somebody else and just see if they...
Yeah.
I actually had a crew. I reffed a game from Millbank. I had a crew there, and there was a team from Sioux Falls, and I had Watertown. I can't remember where the last one was from. Well, look at that.
Just nailed it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We're we know everybody, it looks like, Sam.
That's why you're the best in the business.
I don't know about that. That guy down there is doing a better job than we could. Getting everything fixed up and ready for the game. I was wondering why they left the ladder there so long, but
I tell
they
you
just had
what,
to finish screwing it in.
There's zero chance that you could get me on, what is that, the 1, 2, 3, that's the 5th rung. How many rungs you going up? You going all the way up?
No, that wouldn't bug me. I know you're afraid of heights.
No, maybe you could get me on that 2nd rung. Maybe. I'm not afraid of heights. I'm just challenged by heights in general.
Sonia, when you see your husband tonight, tell him he did an excellent job in the first half. We better wait to, we don't want to jinx here in the second half, but I'm sure it's going to be smooth sailing for the reffing crew the rest of the night.
Absolutely, a 10 out of 10 job. And while we got a little bit of delay here, Bryn Pickerel says, shout out to the 8th grader from...
Is it Aches? Aberdeen Central High School.
I don't know.
Might have to have a breakdown on that.
Yeah, you may have to communicate that better to us, Bryn, because I am, but you don't get it either, so what do I know? So she says Cameron Borge, 8th grader from Aberdeen. Her mom was Amber Pickerel.
There you go.
Amber Pickerel, I believe, is class of 99. Back to basketball.
Not too long ago, class of 99.
She might have been class of 2000, but I feel like I know it. I'm pretty confident I do.
Coming out swinging early, just off there on that 3-pointer from Lund.
So Aberdeen will take control here, up 16-14 as we get back to basketball, and it's resetting the court for Aberdeen. Their starters are all back on the court today. Great passes. She gets it underneath to Zach Withers. Nope, that's Bernhardt.
Aberdeen Central starts it. That's what I was going to say. You hope the third quarter doesn't begin the way the first one did, where Watertown isn't quite ready to. It doesn't look like they were ready to go that first quarter. Obviously, you don't want to see that again here in the third quarter. But Emery,
yeah, there's a good basket by Emery. We got to get her going here in order to give us an opportunity to win this game.
Not really much of a press here. Just kind of picking them up there at half.
Addie's being careful with the, how many fouls does Addie have?
Addie has 2, I think, still.
She's still got 2.
3, it says up there on the board.
Yeah.
Gosh, that. Burghardt getting going here early in the third quarter.
Well, and talking to Coach Rohde before the game, he mentioned Lauren Burghardt's name multiple times. She's a 6'1" freshman and very dangerous, very talented young lady.
I wonder, and again, that's.
Lund jacks up a 3 and just misses. I feel like she got good separation there.
Oh yeah, good shot attempt.
Yeah, for sure.
Aberdeen Central scored both their baskets now on that man defense of Watertown. So again, the shooting hasn't been killing you. I'm just curious to see if they're going to drop off kind of after this kind of man press here into that zone defense. It does not look like they're going to be able to here on this fast break.
Maybe get a trap right there.
Terrence kind of got her beat where she wants her, and she's going to kiss it off the glass. Ooh, probably a rare miss from that spot for her.
We'll take it as Emery drives and shoots right in the front.
Gets her own rebound.
Shot, gets Falconer
offensive
wide
rebound.
open for another green bean.
That offensive rebound, that's a killer for those defenses. And it was her own shot.
Yeah, great shot by Miranda there as she goes up with the wrong hand again, but it seems to be working out for her.
That was a great play by Emery to miss a 4-foot jumper to get your own rebound and kick it out.
You know what we can appreciate about that is, yes, I mean, she missed a shot, but she didn't give up
her own
on
rebound,
it. Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, she didn't give up on it. She went and got it, and then saw the open gal, and then it hit her for a 3 and makes it a 1-point game.
Yeah, I'd rather have a 3 than a 2 anyway.
Yeah,
so
heck yeah.
ended up being a great play.
She knew exactly what she was doing. Team player. Addie does a good job of looking behind her to make sure nobody's there.
There's a
Finds
lead.
a wide open line for another green bean.
She's got to keep shooting those.
Good gravy. That's back-to-back greens from your Watertown Arrows, and that's a 2-point lead, 22-20 Arrows.
I'm not sure if I'm going to get used to that green bean saying, but.
Well, we got a kickball, soccer player? No, not.
I didn't, yep. There you go.
Hey,
Force another turnover.
You got to get used. Anybody that has ever played 2K basketball knows exactly what I'm talking about with a green bean.
I wasn't as big of a basketball fan growing up. I played more of the Madden and the NCAAs when I had a little bit of free time. There's Bill Keller showing up a little late. He must pick up Molly first.
Speaking of legends,
there's only one Bill Keller, folks.
Yep, and he is a legend.
We're proud he's in Watertown.
So back to
again?
the 3, trying to play the hot hand, just hit the back of the iron. I guess if you'd rather, if you're going to miss a 3, wouldn't you rather see it hit the back of the iron instead of the front?
Yeah, get that long rebound. I'll give you a chance to go pick it up. Lund gets beat a little bit on the defense.
She gets a shooter's roll as it hits the back of the iron, but bounces straight in. 22-22 Arrows, a little more exciting third quarter than what we've seen in the first and second quarter. We'll see if the Arrows can be patient here, find a nice high percentage shot.
Gonna get the ball underneath here. Coach Rody's gonna set up a good play from underneath and see if we can retake the lead.
Checking in for the Arrows is number 40. That is Madison Grimsrud, also a very talented volleyball player.
And coming to the corner.
And there it is. And that one's gonna.
She get fouled?
We're gonna get fouled.
Oh, 3. Must have been an offensive rebound or offensive foul on the screen. I think so, Sam.
An illegal screen?
I didn't see him put up a foul call though. God, did she step out of bounds or something? She wasn't that far. I don't know what they called there.
3 seconds maybe in the lane. I don't know.
Maybe it was. I guess I missed that one. Aberdeen Central's dominating the post here.
Yeah, just a great shot by Hermanson.
Chad is Coach Rody's gonna be forced to go back to that zone if you're not gonna get any more help side defense over there.
Well, if the Arrows can get these 3-pointers to fall like they have been, they're going to be able to stay in this game as Emery is going to draw a block. Tough player. Emery's a tough young lady. She's very physical. She can shoot from the outside, and she can also drop her shoulder and go underneath too.
She's going to have to stay aggressive, Sam. Those 3s might not fall the whole game, so you're going to have to keep driving in the lane.
Yeah, checking in for the Arrows is number 20, Neely Johnson. Addie's directing traffic. There you go. She gets it in. Miranda's looking deep to Grimsrud. Grimsrud kicks it back out to Addie. Addie with a little crossover. Goes to the line, does not get the call.
Yeah, it's tough. You're going to have to go up. You're going to go up strong against Taryn.
Yep. In amongst the trees there. That's a lot of tall young ladies underneath there. This is what we haven't seen a whole lot, is we haven't seen Hermanson out on the perimeter. She's usually been banging down low there, and she's working on Grimsrud there. And
that was a tough one for me, Sam.
Yeah, going to the line is going to be number 20. That's Madison Miller, and the banged up arrow looks like a little bit is Neely Johnson.
Senior Madison Miller shooting 2.
So shooting for Aberdeen here, 2 shots. First one's going to go in, and that's going to give Aberdeen a 25-22 lead. Madison Miller is a 50% free throw shooter on the year, averaging 1.3 points per game. So she bangs this one home. That's going to increase the old point per game average for that young lady.
Berghart's checking back in too here. Get some of that early momentum she picked up at the start of the third quarter there.
Good job by the Arrows attacking three people to the ball. Trying to bring the ball up for the court, or for the Arrows, is Kinsley Russell. She's able to cross the 10-second line. She's looking for somebody. Arrows aren't really moving a whole lot. They are now. Maybe looking for Miranda to create a shot or get it to
Emery's trying to get that ball in the...
Yeah, good defense. Good job by Miranda to attack the
Go up with
basket,
it.
get her own
Ooh,
rebound.
there you go. So that was a foul.
And then get fouled and go to the line for another 2. What is this? Shots 7 and 8 for her up the 3?
Yep, that is correct.
7 and 8.
Yeah, missed those first 2s, connect on the last 4. See if we can get 5 and 6 in right here. Yep.
Goes up with the wrong hand and bangs it home again.
If she keeps putting those in, she even drilled a 3 with that backwards hand.
Yeah. I wonder how good she cuts paper.
Oh, maybe that's why I could never score, because I was shooting with the wrong hand.
That's 6 free throws in a row for Miss Falconer. 6 of 8 from the line, brings the Arrows within 1. Here's that full court defense here by the Arrows, doing a good job, making it difficult for Aberdeen.
Berghardt gets it back in the post. Finally missed here in the 3rd quarter. That's a foul.
Yeah, yep. There you go. Great athletic, defensive, physical play there by Malia Kranz. Fun to watch.
Don't need to grab right away and throw it out. Get it, hold on to it strong, force that foul. They're just reaching on you and pull on you. That's a great job there.
Yeah, Arrows have only fouled once this quarter, where Aberdeen has fouled 3 times, and Arrows back to only chasing 1. Gets it in. Miranda does a good job of getting it past the half-court line here. Let's see if they're going to be patient and set something up. Turn it over.
Just number 10 on the night so far, Sam.
Not bad. That has been an Aberdeen.
Oh, what?
Turns it over, doesn't turn it over, kind of does, kind of doesn't.
Yeah, that was unique there.
And then we're gonna get Berghardt to the line shooting 2.
I'm not sure if they were about to give 2 turnovers on that play or just about an assist to the Arrows on that near layup.
Well, number 33 for Aberdeen Central is Lauren Berghardt. She attempts her first free throw. She says that as she makes her first free throw, she says her favorite teacher is Mrs. Beluife because she is my advocate teacher, and because he is my advocate teacher, and he is one of the people that helps me with basketball during school. And her favorite historical figure that she would like to go have lunch with as she makes her second free throw is Abraham Lincoln. Why? Because 16 is her favorite number, and he was the 16th president.
These guys, an hour and a half drive is a long time, I guess. He's had some thoughtful answers. Shout out to Lauren Burkhart, though. She's got all 6 of her points in this quarter. She's came out strong and kind of kept Aberdeen Central in it right now.
How do we get her, Lauren Burkhart?
We should get her on here
to get number 16. You know, her favorite.
That's a good point.
You know, like, can we get her number 16?
And it's open too.
It's available. So challenge to the Aberdeen athletic director to come up with jersey number 16 for Lauren. She's only a freshman. She's going to wear it for 4 more years.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Ball gets out to Katie Withers, who drives and then turns it over. Will we see a dunk? Hey, but we'll take 2 points. As Kinsey Russell takes it in all the way, all 5'6" of her.
Yeah, that was a good drive. Protect that ball going up.
Fantastic.
Because the 6'1" Lauren Burkhart was coming to block it. I thought we were going to either get an and one or get swatted, but
yeah,
great layup by her.
Yeah, great body control. Good job protecting the ball, and then finishes it with 2 points as Aberdeen answers back with a 3 of their own.
That was a big one.
That's number 13, Emma Dorr. First time we've called her name tonight. Emery's going to attack the basket here. A little crossover.
That's going to be off Watertown now, too.
Great defense there by Lauren Burkhart. Somebody get her jersey number 16.
The way she's playing this 3rd quarter, I don't think she's going to want to switch.
She may not. That'll be a late.
First half, she probably wasn't happy about it.
3 years from now, they may be hanging number 33 in the rafters.
Could be.
Watertown picks up the defense here. You know, we have done, Watertown, it's a great job there
Yeah,
by
54.
Malia
Malia
Kranz.
Kranz is doing a much better job of rebounding here for the Arrows. Oh,
Hey, that's going to get us 2 baskets, 2 free throws as Emery goes blind. Again, I like to see the good sportsmanship there by Aberdeen. Knock her down, help her pick her up. So Emery is going to go to the line for 2, try to cut this lead in half. Emery's a pretty solid free throw shooter. I expect her to hit both of these here.
I almost said something about the announcer jinx there.
No, I see what I did there.
You can't jinx her.
I slowed it down a little bit to make sure that she made it, and which she did. But I'm going to call it now. She's going to make this one too.
Well, that one didn't even barely touch the net. So.
Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Can't jinx her, I guess.
Maybe if we had a microphone on there, I bet you it'd sound fantastic.
Just on the other hoop, right?
I don't know if they took that one down.
They might have been upset with us. Got rid of it.
Blame it on Taylor.
Easy thing to do.
Yeah, or Brinka. So 11 seconds left here as Aberdeen. A great defense there again by the young Remmers. Wide open 3 by Withers, misses.
3 seconds.
Patty ends up with it.
Got to shoot it.
Get it up there. Oh, Bay closes at roughly 6 o'clock here.
That was a good way to end the quarter.
Bay closes at 7:55. Great way to end the quarter. Arrows are going to be chasing 2 as they go into the fourth quarter. As we see great job there by all 5'6" of Kinsey Russell. We're going to take this opportunity to take a quick 30-second timeout. Brought to you by Dakota Land Federal Credit Union.
Once again, I have an iPhone at the head table, and it has a message on it coming in from Monica Larson. It's got a flower case.
So our program our producer, Ryan Remmers,
the one and only,
just came over and told us that nothing was his fault.
And we believe him.
We do believe him.
He's our fearless leader.
Yeah, he's the one that we take advantage of his talent. So we're going to agree with him in anything that he says.
He stands at about 6'4", 6'5", and about 250 pounds. He's an intimidating man, so we're not going to argue with him. He says it's not his fault.
Yeah, absolutely. And he is definitely way smarter than us, as Aberdeen does a great job of getting the ball to Lauren Burkhart, who coming back from an ankle injury. Doesn't seem to be bothering her a whole lot tonight.
Yeah, Burkhart having heck of a second half here.
Yeah, 8 points. Oh, look at the old crossover from Addie. She did a great job of getting separation. She may have rolled an ankle.
Yeah, coming up hobbling a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good backside defense by her.
Yeah, that is great backside defense and showing some toughness as she's hobbling up and down the court here.
Keep it.
She's doing a really good job. You know she's banged up a little bit as Lund takes the corner 3 and
That's
misses.
good. Ooh. Yeah, she might have pushed off a little bit there.
Gonna follow on the Arrows here. We'll see if Addie's gonna get a break here.
Yep. Ankle is bugging her.
Yep. See if she's gonna get that ankle looked at. She's limping a little bit. So Addie's gonna take a seat on the end of the bench, and she's got both hands on her knees. So hope she's okay. Yep. Now she's getting looked at a little bit.
Good defense there by Remmers.
I tell you what, I'm impressed with how the
other way.
Hey, good job there by Emery to draw the offensive foul. You know, those offensive fouls, they go a long way. What's the one thing that we know about basketball for sure? We could talk about X's and O's and Johnny's and Joe's, but this is a game of momentum. And I think right now the momentum, like if you're looking at the clock, it's kind of right there in the middle. But
it's hanging, right?
Yeah, but the Arrows are doing a really good job of trying to swing it this way. And
that's a good pass.
Can do that, followed by a great pass and a great shot by Avery and Munger. And that's a 2-point play. Or, you know, the Arrows are only chasing 2 now. And then you get a turnover.
That momentum.
The momentum now is really starting to swing.
Watertown's got to seize it here. Get a basket in. keep playing strong defense. They're right where they want to be.
Yeah, this is a really great job of the Arrows of taking advantage of this and taking control of this momentum. And let's see if they can either tie it or potentially even take the lead. Being patient here.
Good roll. Ooh.
Yeah, had Emery there. Got Remmers for a 3, and she just misses.
A little short.
A little short, a little left. A little short to the left. But that young lady is going to make a lot of...
Oh, no, did not touch it. Did not touch it. Watertown's
good
ball.
job. Good job of Emery flashing in front of the defender and getting another turnover.
Right.
How many is that for Aberdeen now, Tyson?
It says 13. It's been stuck on 13 for a while. I think they're in the 15-16 range, Sam.
Well, Eagles are going to take a timeout here. We're going to take a timeout this time. We're going to give thanks to Sharp Chevrolet and all they do for Aero TV.
Come to Sharp Automotive Group, where we're here to help you find the best deal in town. We have the largest truck inventory in Northeast South Dakota and the best selection of cars and SUVs too. You'll get the best price the first time and the best selection. So stop in today at Sharp Automotive Group.
Shout out to the student section and the alligator eat 'em up. That's always a classic.
Oh, that's a tough one.
What happened there?
Falcon got a little bit of a push off there. I guess they're going to call her for a foul, offensive foul there.
Well, if anything that we've learned from the previous, from earlier in the game is that these referees don't make mistakes, right?
Right.
So, good call. 6 minutes left. Arrows trailing 32-30 as Aberdeen takes control and takes possession here. Hopefully that turnover in this 3, that offensive rebound, and that foul don't swing momentum back in favor of Aberdeen. But I will say, excellent timing on that timeout by Coach Irachigo to bring some of that momentum back to Aberdeen.
Yeah, I received a text. The former coach of Aberdeen Central, I don't know if it's pronounced Seiler. I received a text when we were talking about it, but
good footwork.
She would have made her proud there with that timeout because that was capture the momentum back. Now gives Aberdeen Central a 4-point lead.
Great footwork there by Taryn Hermanson underneath the 6-foot sophomore center. We'll be seeing a lot of her here in the next couple of years for sure.
She's been quieter the second half, but still solid. You know, doing a good job defensively. They said Burkhardt just carried more of the load offensively in the second half.
Yeah, Taryn leads the game with 14 points, but Burkhardt's done a really nice job of complimenting her tonight. Arrows being patient, 5 on the clock, got to put something up as Emery attacks the basket. Burkhardt gets a hand on it, swats her away. It's going to remain Arrows ball with 1 second left on the shot clock.
What do you call here, Sam?
Shoot, heave, and pray.
Lob it up to the rim and see if you can
get a tip. I mean, you only need 1 second to get the shot off, right? You need less than a second to get the shot off.
Sure
shot
is.
Goes off.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
That's all you need is 1 second. Who says you need anything more?
They might want to put that one in the playbook.
Absolutely. Great execution there, just like Coach Rhodey drew it up. Withers passes up on a wide open 3. I think she had an opportunity there. Burkhardt's
good boxing out in that zone.
Yep, great box out there. And Miranda Falconer did a good job of boxing out the shooter here too. Emery's going to take it up real fast, give it off to Lund, who's got the little hot hand.
Oh.
Good rebound by Aberdeen as number 44, Taryn, is still fighting hard down there underneath.
Oh, that was a good seal
great
off
pass.
too.
Good job of the Arrows recruiting.
Go. Oh, I'm going to slow it down.
Arrows young on the court with Remmers a freshman and Emery a junior. Lund gets the ball.
She's going to roll here. Give it to her.
Back of the iron. Hitting a lot of the back of the iron tonight.
Lifted too many weights this week, I guess. I've talked to Rhodey about that.
That's right. Burkhardt really looking to take control over this game, and she does.
Just 10 points here all in the second half.
Yeah, 36-32 Arrows. Just under 4 minutes left here. Remmers gets the ball in the corner, and she's going to draw a foul.
couple more subs coming back in here. Looks like Addie Johnson's going to tough it out and come back in this game. I cannot see. Oh, the other one is Malia Kranz.
Arrows are going to take a timeout. We're going to stay here on this timeout. We're going to talk about, so Arrows are trailing 36-32 right now. 3 minutes and 49 seconds left. If you're Coach Rohde, you're happy with the way that your girls are performing tonight, no?
Yeah, like I said, then you're right where you want to be here. You just keep playing good defense. You're going to have to be a little bit stronger in the posts there. Aberdeen Central's getting too many good looks right now. And then just keep staying aggressive on the offensive end. Maybe hit another big shot or two, and you come out on top of this game.
So how do you defend Aberdeen Central underneath?
Well, the problem is it kind of flipped from Taryn Hermanson to Lauren Burkhardt. So they've been doing a better job on Hermanson with the double, and now Burkhardt is flashing. She's not really getting those double teams. We're expecting her to take off, and she's really hurt in the second half. So I think you have to drop back into a zone until there's maybe a minute left and see what the score is then. But you're going to have to sink and really challenge these Aberdeen Central shooters to hit some deep shots. And then, of course, box out. No, can't be any offensive rebounds here, down by 4 with just under 4 to go.
Yeah, got to box out, got to do a better job of boxing out and limiting these offensive rebounds, or eliminating them altogether, as opposed to just.
Got to give Kranz that ball. Ooh, had her on the other side when she was down here in the post, not when she flashed high.
Hermanson going deep into the post there.
There you go.
Aberdeen does a good job of knocking the ball away, going coast to coast. And
that's a
foul.
Oh, he called it on the ground. It probably was. She was about a half a second from going up with it. Maybe even a half a step.
Yeah, I thought maybe they could have got her going up there and have a shooting foul, but like we talked about before, the refs know what they're doing.
I do think she's on the ground. I said just maybe a half second away. You got to take that one up. Yep.
Hey,
good shot.
Execution.
Good shot.
Great shot by Malia Kranz. Great inbound pass by Addie Johnson, and that cuts the lead in half again. See if Arrows can maintain here.
I got her on the front and the backside. You're not getting any balls entered into the post now.
Nope.
And now you got Burkhardt with the one-on-one. Someone's got to be at the backside. They got it. Squared off.
Arrows moving well on defense.
Stay in front of her. They're good down there.
Doing a good job of going from player to player.
See, this is better. Now she's got the front side.
Backside help.
Man,
jeez.
See, when it gets swung over, you got to get in front of her. They did it a few times, and then finally, on the third time back to the far side of the court, she got in front of her on the post up. She was able to put it in again.
Emery at the free throw line for 2 more. She misses on the side of the iron. Aberdeen lets it go out of bounds. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left. 38-34 Arrows. My beautiful bride, Audrey Mooney, chimes in and says, no green beans.
No green beans.
I think she means nobody likes green beans, especially in tater tot casserole. Doesn't belong.
I don't mind them there. What did they call it? Oh,
I think we're going to get a timeout here as Arrows did a good job of trapping at half court.
I had a glimmer of hope that was a travel, but I didn't. That would have been the wrong call.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here, brought to you by Dakota Land Federal Credit Union as well. Student crowd gets on their feet to beat those Eagles. Nice to see student section showing up tonight.
Your daughter here, Sam?
Well, my oldest daughter is in Vermilion, and I don't see my youngest daughter tonight. She might be at home reading the Bible and studying for school.
That's good. Yeah. Let's see what offense set Aberdeen Central comes out with here again. Watertown is going to be in man.
I thought with Aberdeen, I really liked what Aberdeen Central did offensively the last possession. With on one side of the paint they had Taryn Hermanson, and then on the other side of the paint they had Lauren Burkhardt.
Yeah, if Watertown's going to come out in man defense here right now, it's going to be a struggle to keep that ball out of the paint.
Watertown's right there. I mean, this is definitely anybody's ball game
yeah.
still. I mean, Watertown can easily walk away with this one.
See, they got it right where Aberdeen Central kind of wants her there. They're going to swing. They're doing a good job of swinging that ball. And Aberdeen Central's been patient here in the second half. They got it again with Burkhout. Don't get it there. Now they do.
And great defense.
Man, that's
right before the foul there. That's a tough foul. But right before that, Malia Kranz, number 54 for Watertown, was doing an absolutely sensational job on Taryn Hermanson, stopping that ball from getting into the post.
Win or lose this game for Watertown, they've made some great strides defending the post.
Yes.
Now it's just got to be faster, because they're there the first time and the second time, but when they keep swinging the ball around, then they end up being a step behind. And that's what's kind of caught them here in the mid part of this fourth quarter.
What I saw from this Arrows team the last time I was at this table calling an Arrows girls game against Pierre versus what I'm seeing tonight against Aberdeen Central, Coach Rohde and the assistant coaches for the Arrows have done an absolutely incredible job of getting these girls improving and developing as Aberdeen misses both free throws and it gets the offensive rebound.
They're going to get it. Watertown, is going to get it back here.
Yeah, it's going to be Watertown ball. But getting back to the coaches, this Arrow team has improved immensely from the Pierre game to today. Fun to watch. Good job by the girls. Very, very much engaged in practice and dedicated to their craft. As Addie gets the ball and she doesn't seem to be limping so much on that ankle anymore. Showing a lot of gut and grit.
That's good. Watertown's going to need her here this last 2 minutes to make a big play on the offensive or defensive end.
Swinging the ball around, looking for Lund. Good job by Aberdeen of taking the shot away from Lund.
That's a body, yep.
Yeah, that's going to be a block on Aberdeen, and that's going to be foul number 3.
That's 4.
Or is that 4? Yep, there's 4. So foul number 4. So one more foul, and your Watertown Arrows will be going to the line. With 99 seconds left in the game.
See if we can get Emery or Miranda the ball here and see if they can drive and pick up that 5th foul. Lund's going to, not another.
They're going to get another.
So Emery's going to be shooting, I believe.
Yep, it's going to be another blocking foul on Aberdeen. So now it's going to come down to free throws. So if there's anybody that you want at the line for the Arrows, it's number 5, Emery 30. Let's see if she can knock down the first one here and make it a 1-possession game. Just comes up short, but boy, I tell you what, you could hear a pin drop in the Watertown Civic Arena. Even the Aberdeen fans and players, just nothing when she's at the free throw line.
You got to bend those knees and get it in here. When you hit the front of the rim, it means you're usually a little tired, Sam. That's perfect.
She makes the adjustment, knocks home the second one. Now we're going to see a little bit of timeouts back and forth.
Yeah, nobody had used a timeout coming into this fourth quarter, so we knew it was going to end up being a long one with some of those timeouts in the pocket.
Definitely going to stretch out the last 96 seconds here. But if you're the Arrows and you're 2-5 coming into this game against a 7-1 Aberdeen team, and the Arrows have been, it's no secret they've been turning the ball over more than anybody would like them to, more than they would like to. But they've done just a great job of staying in this game.
Yeah, and now the trick is for Watertown. You know what Aberdeen Central wants to do. They're going to be patient. They're going to try and work into the post. So for the Arrows, this whole 35 seconds of this shot clock, you got to stay with it. When that ball gets swung, you got to have your front side and the back side of that post covered. And it's both of those two girls. So it's almost tough to come out in zone here, but still plenty of time on the clock. It's a 1-possession game. I think I would come out in a zone and just play fast. See if you can move around with that ball, get swung across side to side. It'd really make it tough on those two girls in the post.
Plenty of time left on the game clock too, so I mean you don't have to foul here by any means. It's a 1-possession game. Arrows have 3-point shooters in Lund, in Falconer. Addie can bury one from deep. Emery can bury one from 3. So they've got
step up.
That's going to be a turnover. She stepped on the paint on the baseline there. That's Watertown Arrows basketball.
Yeah, tougher to see from here. I didn't quite see that one, but Watertown's ball with 1.5 minutes to go, down 3.
Yeah, we'll take it. See if we can get it to 1 or maybe even tie. Lund had an opportunity there at the top of the key. Smartly passes it
So we got to give her a screen here. Oh.
Looking underneath the Emery and just slips through her hand.
Gosh, that was a good pass. Maybe a hair too far, but a good idea.
Yeah, I think Emery's going to see that one, and she'd like to have that one back. It was a good pass. Maybe taking her a little deep.
I think she'd been a little underneath, but the defense collapses. Now you're looking for somebody like Miranda, Falconer, or Lund to be wide open on that three-point line and tie this thing up. So, again, a little bit of a deep pass, but you could have done something to complement it.
And I wonder if that particular moment, too, if Emery is trying to catch it and pass it at the same time and find out where she's at.
Kind of short-arming it, keeping her feet under the hoop or behind the hoop so she can still catch it and go with a shot.
Right.
At that point, you just got to save the turnover, catch it with your feet by the line, then be able to kick it out or dribble it out. So.
Definitely a lot going on there. I mean, it's not as easy as we
easy to see up here when we can kind of replay it in our minds. But yeah, if she can have that one back, it's taking her half step forward. You have a little room, catch it, dribble it out, or kick it out to the three-point line. See if you can bury one and tie this thing up. But again, come back to that press here. If Aberdeen Central gets out of the press, you're not going to be in a hurry to push it, so you'll be able to drop back into your zone if you need to. You got to settle on this press here again.
See if we can maybe get a hand on one, dive into a lane, cause a turnover here. Aberdeen's going to get out to Burkhart. No need to foul.
They'll pull out. They'll take their time, so get set up here.
Yeah.
They're still in man defense.
Be patient here and see if you can't just force a turnover. Good job by Miranda, keeping hands in face.
She's open, wide open.
Yep. But hey, we caused a turnover. Addie gets the ball. She's going to give it over to Emery.
You got timer, but you got to be aggressive too. Down 3 with a minute to go.
Get a high percentage shot here. That's all you're really looking for is a high percentage shot.
Go.
Miranda drives and forces one up, and it just goes in and then out. No need to foul still.
Yep.
Coach Rohde's not asking for it. Keep your hands up. See if you can force another turnover here. Katie Withers goes to the basket and bangs
one. That's a tough one right there.
Yep, bangs one off the glass.
You made it be somebody different, not the two that have been killing you all night. But that is a tough shot to give it right down the middle of the lane.
Yep, great shot though by the senior leader, Katie Withers. That's number 23. Bangs one off the glass and in. And that one, 25 seconds left, 25.9 seconds left. Is that the dagger?
No, I think right now you get the ball in, obviously. You take a step towards the lane. If they're going to let you, if they're only out there defending threes, you go in there and you quick at that layup, and then you start playing the free throw game. You press. Once they get beyond half court, that's when you foul, not a second before.
And at this point, like, you don't have to force a three. You don't have to take a three right now. There's still time left where you can, like you said, you could be aggressive. If they're going to defend the three, then take the two.
Right.
Take what's given to you. And at that point, you make your two-point shot. It's a three-point play. And at the free throw line, anything can happen.
Right. I would expect Rohde's drawn up some type of play for Falconer or Thury to drive into the lane. If you can, Lund's going to cut down to the corner. If you can kick it out to her for a three, great. If you had a wide open lane, take it with maybe some harm, get an and one in there. But again, then it's, stay within yourself. If they make a basket, he'll call timeout so the clock doesn't keep running. But then it's just get in that press. Do not foul until they get beyond half court. Try to force that turnover. But I'd expect something kind of going to the basket right here.
You can see on the screen that both teams have 2 timeouts left, and I would imagine that we'll see, most likely all 4 of them.
Keep an eye on Lund here. Whoever has the ball, it probably won't be her, but keep an eye on her if she cuts to a corner here. She's going to come down. Here comes the screen. Here comes Lund. Doesn't get it. There you go.
Back out to Addie, wide open for a three, and she just comes up short. And that's going to give.
That's tough now.
But
the right play, everything that we talked about, what they were going to try to do, had the right look, just didn't quite get it to fall. Now we're going to see if we can get a quick turnover here or a foul.
Yeah, I think at this point with 16.5 seconds left, you got to foul or you got to shoot for get the turnover, be aggressive with it. But if you foul, you foul.
Comes a time.
Going to get a timeout here from Aberdeen as Aberdeen's having a hard time getting the ball in. 16.5 seconds left. Aberdeen's going to take one of their remaining 2 timeouts, giving them 1 left if my math is correct, Tyson.
So what was that? I was looking. Brinka shot us a text. He appreciated the shout out.
Well, yeah, Brinka, good guy.
Hasn't given us update if he got that Venmo request over to Blake yet, or if he's gonna hold on to his volunteering funds.
think he'll probably hold on to it. So 16 and a half seconds left. Arrows chasing 5. So we talked about it while Aberdeen was trying to get the ball in there. If you're Watertown at this point in this situation, you're aggressively looking for a turnover. If you can't get the turnover, then you foul while trying to get that turnover.
Yeah, as soon as that ball's inbounded, you're swiping at that ball aggressively. If you hit them on the wrist, they call a foul. That's what you expect to happen. If you were lucky enough to get the ball and get it clean, still, you don't need to force up a 3. See what the lane gives you if you do get the ball right under the hoop. Otherwise, if you get it in the middle of the court, then you're going to have to be putting up a 3. You don't have a lot of time to waste here. And again, Watertown makes a shot, Brody will call a timeout and get that clock stopped.
And then if you're Aberdeen, you're probably trying to figure out a way.
Just hold it.
Well, whose hands are you trying to get it into? Are you trying to get it into 33 Lauren Burkhardt's? Or are you going to try to get it in one of these guards?
Taryn's made some free throws, but she's inbounding the ball, so she won't be shooting them, I don't think. Burkhardt's going to be shooting.
She gets the ball to Burkhardt, and then you get a foul
right away.
Back
to her. One of those two looks like they were going to have the ball in their hands the whole time.
So update on the boys who are in Aberdeen Central, and actually that's where my daughter is. She's the student manager for the boys basketball team.
Oh.
So she's in Aberdeen right now. Apparently they lost on a last-second 3.
They did.
Yeah.
Tough break.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of the Brinka family, Tanner Heiser's sitting right down there.
What a gentleman.
Getting some basketball action.
So Burkhart misses the front end of her 2 shots, keeping it a 5-point game. We'll see see what happens here on the second one, and then if you're the Arrows, you try to cross the timeout or the 10-second line, then call a timeout, or do you just go?
I would get 2 or 3 passes straight up the lane here and take a 3.
Okay, so Watertown's going to take their final timeout.
30-second timeout. I think they got 1 left. Yeah, they have 1 left.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at that. I had it mixed up here. So the Arrows are going to take 1 timeout. They got 1 left. Aberdeen's got 1 left. And
the stats were just up there. It says 7 offensive rebounds for Aberdeen Central. I think they had 4 in that first quarter.
Yeah.
So Watertown's, like I said, we mentioned that they've done a lot better job boxing out. They played a lot better defense.
The Eagles have 23 turnovers compared to the Arrows' 13 turnovers, assuming that those stats are accurate. But if that's the case, the Arrows have done just an incredible job and have improved immensely since the last time I saw them play.
Let's see how they get this ball down the court. Probably quick 2 or 3 quick passes.
Emery is inbounding it. She gives it to Miranda. Miranda's going to take several dribbles to get it across. She's got to put something up. Running out of time here, getting it underneath, and quick turnaround shot.
That's going
to draw the back of the iron. The Arrows are not going to foul. Aberdeen Central is going to hold on to it. Aberdeen's going to hold on to the win as well. They're going to take a 41-35 victory back to Aberdeen. We are going to take a quick 60-second timeout, and then we'll come back and wrap this one up.
Thank you for coming. Drive carefully.
Come to Sharp Automotive Group, where we're here to help you find the best deal in town. We have the largest truck inventory in Northeast South Dakota and the best selection of cars and SUVs too. You'll get the best price the first time and the best selection. So stop in today at Sharp Automotive Group.
All right, Tyson, so a 41-35 victory for Aberdeen Central over your Watertown Arrows. Why don't you recap this one for us?
A fast start by Aberdeen Central really kind of made this one tough for the Arrows. They battled back and they were in it. Those 7 points early were the difference in this game. And then really just Lauren Burkhart in the second half. She had, I think, 12 points all in that second half. I think 8 in the third quarter. She really got Aberdeen Central going when it looked like Watertown was going to fight back into this. Watertown has a lot to be proud of and happy about. Played a lot better defensively, had a lot less turnovers. Now it's just when you get to this point in the games, it's finishing it. That's what a 7-1 team you expect to do, is finish those games. Watertown will get there. It just unfortunately wasn't tonight, Sam.
You know, in the land of moral victories, you gotta feel. I mean, you're not happy because you didn't get the win. you play to get the win. But in the land of moral victories, if you're Coach Rohde and you're this Arrows girls basketball team, you have to be okay. Like,
absolutely,
there's definitely nothing to hang your hat on here.
Right, everybody's healthy. Everybody played pretty solid.
Yep.
So there's a few things you're going to be able to work on. Like I said, some of that defense, the backside help, that was really the tough part tonight between Taryn Hermanson and Lauren Burkhart. They really made it tough on Watertown there in that second half. But a credit to the Arrows, they played really well. A slow start kind of hurt them. In the end, a few more defensive things they could have worked out would have won them this game. But some good signs moving forward, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, they were able to keep the turnovers down, which has been a problem for them all season long. I mean, they were right around that 13, 14 turnover range. So I mean, not terrible. Obviously,
right.
You would like to improve on that and be at nothing, but to go from the high 20s and the mid 30s down to that 13, 14 range. I mean, that's impressive.
Against a good team.
Against a great team. I mean, this team was 7-1 coming into this. They were putting up high 40s, mid 50s, low 60s points. I mean, that's a lot of points in high school girls basketball. And the Arrows did a good job of holding them to what, 41?
Yeah, and even when Watertown made the adjustments that I thought they needed to make, especially on Taryn Hermanson, that's when they're going to take over this game. And to me, Lauren Burkhart was the player of the game. That second half really separated them. She became that second factor that Aberdeen Central needed to get over this game. And again, for a freshman, a 6'1" freshman to take over this game was impressive. Unfortunately, we have to see her a lot in the future, but yeah, kind of a treat to watch tonight.
What's really fun right now was watching Lauren go over and hug her dad and get words of encouragement from her dad, and that's what high school sports really is all about. I love to see that. She goes over, gives her dad a big hug, and dad's kind of saying some things in her ear, and I know exactly what he's saying. He's saying, "Good job, I'm proud of you," and that was a cool moment to see.
Depending on what kind of dad he is, he maybe said, "Well, why didn't you do it in the first half?" And it wouldn't have been so close. But all things considered, you get a win. You're happy, and that was a pretty cool moment for her to have such a big second half here.
Yeah, that's going to make for the ride home a little easier. So looking at the upcoming broadcast, we're going to have girls basketball at home this Friday against Yankton. The boys are going to be back next week on the 16th against T. That'll be a fun game. That'll be an exciting game to be a part of. I'm not 100% sure who's going to be to the right of me for that game yet. Maybe Norberg, maybe Mauger. Could be you.
Yeah, it sounds like I'll be in Waverly that night, right? I thought.
Yeah, well, it'll be somebody. So somebody better looking and smarter than me will join me. So real quick while we're on the air, let's give a shout out here to Camera 1 operator Mason Mogg. He's in the 9th grade. Camera 2 operator Jonathan McCorkle, 11th grader. Joining us for the first time on Camera 3 all the way from the 7th grade is Jaron Mogg. And then our technical director is Brandon Crom, 9th grade. And then replay operator is Austin Thompson, WHS class of 2015. And then our producer and microphone operator, the handsome and talented Ryan Remmers,
the one and only,
class of 92.
These guys do an incredible job. It never ceases to amaze me, some of the shots they get and all the things they do for us. So
I do say
big thanks to them.
I try to say this every broadcast, and I try to say it a little early, but Cam, Ryan, and I have, Cam Corey, Ryan Remmers, and myself have a group chat text message, and Cam said in one of those group chats, he said, "We are fortunate and blessed to take advantage of Ryan's talents," and I don't think I could say that any better ourselves. I mean, what he's done with Arrow TV, these kids are coming up.
Yeah, here comes the camera crew. Let's get a shot of these guys
with the camera right now and
doing all the hard work
and all their equipment and the heavy lifting. And so appreciate everything that those boys do. You can see them in the background right over there doing their thing. And these guys are here until 9:30. Tearing down and setting up. So great group of young men, and we're fortunate to play a small role in it.
Yeah, it's just fun to be a part of it, Sam. I completely agree with you.
Big shout out again to head coach from the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles, Michaela Arichigo. Help me, Arichigo.
Mrs. Coach Michaela.
Coach Michaela, you young lady are a 10 out of 10 person. Thank you so much for your time, before the game. Thank you for all the information you sent us this morning and even this evening. It's fun to talk to opposing coaches, and when they give you that much information and make your job a lot easier, I have to make sure to give a shout out to her and give her some love. So Aberdeen takes home the win, 41-35. Safe travels to Aberdeen. We will call it a night from here. Thank you to Dakota Land Federal Credit Union for all you do for Aero TV. Thank you to Sharps TV for what you do for Aero TV. Thank you to everybody that tuned in and joined us on the chat. And we look forward to seeing everybody this Friday at home against Yankton.